Hi, obviously you have logged on and you've made it this far. And so you've already seen the screen and you've already come this far because you would have clicked on week one and you would have clicked on the start here, let me introduce myself, and you would have watched the video about me already. We're going to talk now about where to go from here and what your expectations are in terms of this class. So you've watched the first video, which would have been this, right? And then you've clicked next and you have this video. And then it will take you to a quiz. Don't be stressed out about the quiz. It's not that hard. All it is this is your syllabus. And then as you go down, the questions down here are all about the syllabus. So not hard stuff. And to give you a little bit of a cheat, the answers are underlined. And this is just my way of making sure that all the important information that I need you to get is on there, that you've received it, and you've received it to the point to where you've got a grade on it. I can't have this at the end of the semester or halfway through the class where you didn't know about something. So this is important information. Please don't just skim over the syllabus. Read it and make sure you understand everything. And if you have any questions, let me know. Once you have finished your quiz, it's submit quiz, and I didn't answer it, so just, you won't get that. Ignore that. And it's mad at me because I didn't give it answers. All right. Then the next thing that's going to pop up is going to be your lesson. See where it says lesson right here? Now, even though it says quiz, it's still just a lesson. It's a graded lesson, but this was the only format I could get it to work in. So start your quiz/lesson, and here we go. This will be what you do every single week, and I'll talk about this more here in a second, but it walks you through. There's going to be videos to watch. There is going to be me talking, embedded questions. If you have questions to answer, it'll be here, and you can embed links, you can make it pretty. I don't expect you to do any of that, but if you're on a roll and that's something you want to do, hey, more power to you. The easiest thing to do is to always know that you can always go back to the home page, and we have 8 weeks in this class. You've already clicked on week one. As we go through week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that last week is going to be your final exam. We'll talk some more about that here in a minute. This week one is kind of odd. It's unusual, mainly because it's the introductory class and it's the syllabus quiz, and that's kind of not really a normal thing. A normal week, however, a typical week from this point on is going to look like this. Week 2, social environment. You're going to have an article to read. You're going to have a lesson to take. It's going to show up as a quiz on the online system, but it's a lesson, is what I call it. And then you're going to have a discussion question. So every single class, you're going to have 2 to 3 articles to read, and then so you click on your article to read for the first week, and you have the choice of either reading it in here or you can download it. I don't know about you, but I like to have it downloaded just because I want to be able to underline things, highlight things, carry it around with me, stick it in my bag. That way I can read it if I'm sitting in a traffic jam or whatever and I have time to read it. Also, having it printed out with notes on it makes it easier when it comes time for the final exam for you to quickly reference things. So you've downloaded or read your article. The next thing it's going to do is take you into the lesson. Where it calls it a quiz, but I call it a lesson. Okay, for every single lesson, the very first page you're going to see is going to ask you to copy your summary here. Your summary is just a brief synopsis of what you learned from your article. I don't expect this to be more than one paragraph. It should not be more than one page. So if you want to type it up here, or if you want to type it up in Word and then copy and paste it in here, whatever, that's fine, that's up to you. But every single time, you are going to have a summary that's due right here. Again, this is to make sure that I know that you've read the article, but more importantly, at the end of the class, when it's time to take your final exam, this will be what you can go back and quickly reference and answer questions in a timely manner so that you're able to get through the final exam quickly. Okay, so that's going to always be number one when you're doing a lesson. The next one, the same question is always going to be here when you answer question number 2. What did you find most interesting, unexpected, disappointing, etc. about this reading? This is going to be your comments, and it's totally okay to say, I didn't like this, it was too long, there was too much jargon, I couldn't really understand what it was saying. I try to avoid those articles, but every now and then we do get something like that. Or I love it, or it was great, or it made me think about this, or whatever comments you want to make in here. I ask that they be educated and not just like I thought it was good. Okay, it's gotta be more than just a random thing. It's gotta be some content behind it. My suggestion here is that when you have a Word document open and you have put your syllabus, I'm sorry, put your summary, your one paragraph summary of the article on your Word page, I would also suggest putting your one comment on that Word document as well. And the reason we're going to do that is because, go back to you've done your lesson. Now it's time for your discussion questions. The same discussion question every single time is going to be the exact same question as number 2, the second question in your lesson. What did you find most interesting, unexpected, disappointing, etc. about this article? Why? Here's where you can copy and paste your answer. You can do this any way you want. I'm just suggesting that you put this on your summary with your Word document because we'll make it quicker and a lot faster to go through here when it's time for you to pop through these. If you're going to be in a hurry and you've got work and you've got to get it done quickly. So once you've made your comment, apply. Part of the syllabus quiz asks you this, and I want to make sure it's really clear. You have to make at least 2 comments. So the first comment in the discussion question forum is going to be what you found most interesting, unexpected, disappointing, etc. And that's what you put right here, what you copied and pasted from your Word document. Then you have to look at what your classmates have posted, and you have to make one comment about what they have said. It is not acceptable to say, I hadn't thought about that, or that's interesting, or you make a good point. That's fine for your first sentence, but then beyond that, you need to expand some more about what you think and why you think that. You only have to make one comment. If you see something and you really want to jump in on a conversation, feel free to do that. But please do not take over a conversation stream or attack people or make inappropriate comments. Please don't be that person. I don't want to have to step in on this discussion forum. Please know that I do read these. I stay out of this. I don't get involved. This is a time for you to get to know your classmates and to be able to have a discussion without me in there. Now, if I feel like something needs to be said or a point needs to be made, I'll jump in. But again, this is more for you and your classmates. Again, I do read them though, so please don't think that they're not being read. This is part of your grade. So one more time for discussions. This on the same page. You read your article, you do your lesson, and you post your comment on the discussion forum, and you make one comment about someone else's comment. So you're only going to make 2 posts in here. You'll do that every single time, every single week. Back to home. Week 5. And see, it's the same thing. 3 articles, 3 lessons, 3 discussion questions. When you get to the last week, which is going to be your final exam week, really, really important, do not click next until you are ready to go take the final exam. If you click next, it will take you directly into the exam. You will start the exam. You cannot reopen the exam, and you only have 2 hours to take the exam. And that's what all these scary red underlined letters is saying, is just don't start until you're absolutely ready. That's really important. People sometimes will click on thinking they're just going to get information or read the instructions, but once you click next, you will start the exam. If things happen, just let me know and we'll try to work around them. But I can see every time you log in, I can see what you look at, how long you spent looking at it, what you did. So if you click on this exam and you look at it for a few minutes, I'll be able to know. Okay, so I'll be able to know if you're trying to do something a little shady. I wouldn't expect you to do that. Most people click on it accidentally, and that's okay. And we'll work around that. When you are going through a lesson, you've done your 3 readings, you've done your 3 lessons, you're over here and you've posted your discussion question. Post reply, hit next, and then you'll see up here where it says finish with week 2 and a giant stop sign. You finished all the work. Clicking next will take you to the next section, which is not due until next week. So don't click next unless you want next. Got it? If you click next, this is what happens. So you just go straight into week 3. It's not the end of the world. You can come right out of it. You haven't started anything. You haven't messed anything up. But I put that there just because I want you to know you have reached the end of the work week. So there's no more work due at that point. Now, if you want to get a head start on the next week, you are more than welcome to, because you'll see every time it says you can begin working on it now, it's open now, and there is no time limit. So my suggestion is for that first week, because it's pretty quick, you'll probably finish this. Honestly, there's no reading, syllabus quiz, watch the lesson, watch the videos, answer some questions. You could probably this whole week in 2 to 3 hours, which is, and honestly, probably less than that. But you need to get through as quickly as you can, and my suggestion is to go ahead and start the next week's. Go ahead and start week 2, get a head start on that. If you have any questions, let me know. So your home page is the easiest way to navigate. Come in here, pop through every week you want to go to. You should be able to, if we're on week 5, you should be able to go back to week 4 and see your answers. If you can't for some reason, let me know. And that's really important, because when you get to week 8 and it's time for the final exam, you need to be able to go back and pull answers and look at things if you need to. If you want to look at it a different way, you want to go over to modules. Week 1, everything you need. Week 2, everything you need. This is just a different way of looking at it. It does the exact same thing. I just created this page with the links embedded so that it's easier for you to navigate. Your grades are posted here, and that's the grade from the syllabus quiz or whatever I just posted. Another way to look at it is if you go over here and click course calendar. The calendar will pop up and it will show you everything that's due each day of the week. There's also this over here, your to-do list, what needs to be done. You can clear that off as you go. So that's totally it for you to navigate and change over there. I'm really easygoing. I'm pretty laid back in this class. If you have problems, let me know. If there's questions, let me know. Again, like I said, I can see what time you log in, what you're looking at. I will tell you that the biggest things people lose points for are not because they get the answer wrong, because almost all of the questions are pretty much opinion based. You can say anything you want as long as you can back it up. The problem comes in when I see that it took you 10 minutes to do a lesson, when the lesson should have taken you an hour. I can see whether you've watched the videos. I can see if you watched all the videos, how long you spent doing it. And you will lose points if I think you're not watching the videos or you're skipping through things. There's going to be a time where you're going to think, I don't know why I'm watching this. I don't have time to watch it. I have spent hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours, digging through this curriculum and making sure that what I'm putting in this course is things that you will find useful and is helpful to you in your average work week. I really like this class. It's one of my favorite classes. I hope you enjoy it. And please let me know if you have any questions or have problem navigating this course. Thanks.